A very happy morning, my dear students. I hope you all are staying safe at your home. Also, I expect that you all are chanting Om on daily basis, as it will help you to stay focused and you will feel stress free, tension free, and relaxed. Now, in my previous two videos, I explained you chapter number 1, the circulatory system. And we already completed this chapter, circulatory system. And I advise you to read the chapter from the book as well. Now in today's video, I will just recap the whole chapter again so that you will be able to understand this chapter better. So let us recap chapter 1, the circulatory system. First of all, I explained you the meaning of term circulation. Circulation means continuous movement of something. Now, what is continuously moving in our body? The gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen, water, nutrients, and the waste materials. But all these substances are being carried or transported by blood in our body. And blood flows inside the blood vessels, and heart pumps the blood to all the body parts. So the heart, blood and blood vessels, they constitute an organ system, a very important organ system in our body, that is circulatory system. So what is circulation? The continuous movement of gases, water, food and waste in our body via blood. Now let us start with the organ system which is known as circulatory system. Now whenever we study about any organ system, we need to focus on two main aspects, that is its function and the organs means its parts. Function, I already told you that circulatory system transport or carry the gases, water, nutrients and waste products from one part of body to another, or you can say from heart to the body parts and bring back from body parts back to heart. Now function is done. Now let us move on to the parts. Now there are three main components of circulatory system: heart, blood, blood vessels. We will study all three one by one. First comes blood. Now, as you all know, blood is a red colored liquid. Fluid, you can say fluid. And it flows inside the thin tubes, blood vessels. Now, blood consists mainly of two parts, the liquid part, which is known as plasma, and the cellular part, which consists of three cells: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Now we will study the function of each type of cell. Red blood cell transports oxygen and bring back carbon dioxide from all the cells of the body. As the name indicates, they are red in color. And the cells are disc shaped, as you can see in this picture. Then white blood cells, they fight against germs. That is why they are known as soldiers of the body. They are colorless and they are irregular in shape. That means there is no fixed shape. Platelets, they help in blood clotting. They are colorless and very small and circular, as you can see in this picture. Blood clotting, children, I already explained you. Whenever you get hurt or any wound or injury is there, if it is a small cut, after some time the blood stops flowing itself. Why? Because these platelets form a thin covering over the wound or injury, which is known as blood clot. So blood consists of the liquid part, plasma, and three type of cells: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. You can learn the function, the shape of the cell. Now after studying blood, move on to blood vessels. As I told you, blood vessels are the thin tubes inside which the blood flows from one part to another in our body. You must have seen thin pipe-like structure, thin pipes. It is similar to those. Now there are mainly three types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, capillaries. Arteries carry blood from heart to the body parts, and they carry oxygen-rich pure blood, or you can say oxygenated blood. And the largest artery in our body is aorta. We pronounce aorta because A is silent. Veins are exactly opposite to that of arteries. If you learn arteries, you can easily write down about the veins, because veins carry blood from body parts back to heart. Veins carry carbon dioxide rich impure blood, or you can say deoxygenated blood. And the largest vein is vena cava, which is divided into two parts: superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Capillaries are the thinnest blood vessels, and their function is just to connect arteries to veins. So these are the three major type of blood vessels in our body: arteries, veins, capillaries. So I explained to you about the circulatory system function, then blood, and then blood vessels. Let us move on to the next topic. Now children, after discussing about blood, I explained to you about the functions of blood. In functions of blood, you can also directly write the function of red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. So you need not to learn separately the functions of blood. You can write the same. Red blood cells transport oxygen and carbon dioxide in the body. White blood cells kills the germs and protect us from diseases. Platelets helps in clotting of blood. Blood carries digested food from small intestine to all the cells of the body. Blood carries waste product to the kidneys to be removed out of the body. So these are the functions of blood. Next comes pulse and pulse rate. For this children, I told you to do an activity to record your pulse rate. I told you to place the middle and index fingers of your right hand on the inner side of left wrist and press it gently. You will feel some strong beating movement, same as that of the beating of our heart. This is called pulse. Pulse rate. The number of pulse in 1 minute is called pulse rate. And for an adult human being, it is 72 to 80 beats per minute. So I hope you all must have done this activity. If anyone has not done, do it after watching the video. So functions of blood, and after that pulse and pulse rate. Now children, move on to the next topic. Now students, comes the most important organ of the circulatory system and a very important part of our body, that is heart. As I told you, heart is the pumping organ. It is located between the lungs inside our chest cavity. Slightly, the lower portion is slightly tilted towards the left side. The heart and lungs both are protected by the rib cage, which is a part of skeletal system. The size of heart is equal to the size of fist, mutti. Fist is your band mutti. Now when we talk about the structure of heart, there are two upper chambers and two lower chambers. The upper two chambers of the heart are known as auricles or atrium, and the lower two chambers of the heart are known as ventricles. As you can see in this diagram, the structure of heart, this is the left auricle, left ventricle, right auricle, right ventricle, and the left and right side of the heart are separated by a membrane called septum. In the left side of heart, the pure oxygen-rich blood flows, and in the right side of the heart, the impure carbon dioxide-rich blood flows. That is why I used two different colors. Left side red color to symbolize pure oxygen-rich blood. Right side blue color to symbolize carbon dioxide-rich impure blood. And this is the largest artery known as aorta, and these are the largest vein, vena cava, which is divided into superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava brings blood from upper portion of the body, brings impure blood, and inferior vena cava brings impure blood from lower portion of the body back to the heart. So just observe the structure of heart very carefully. And one very important thing, stethoscope is the instrument which is needed to listen our heartbeat. You must have seen the doctors using stethoscope. Children, learn the spelling very carefully. Now once you understood the structure of heart, you will be able to understand the process of blood circulation easily. The continuous movement of blood between heart and rest of the body is called blood circulation. Now how the blood circulates in our body, I told you this with the help of this flow diagram in 4 important steps. You can learn the same way. First of all, oxygen-rich pure blood flows from lungs to the heart, and from heart to the body parts through arteries. Then from body parts, the impure carbon dioxide rich blood enters the heart, and from heart it is carried back to the lungs by the veins, and from lungs it goes out of the body through the nasal passage. So oxygen rich blood from lungs to the heart and heart to the body parts through arteries. Then carbon dioxide rich blood back from body parts to the heart and hearts back to the lungs through veins. That is why in this flow chart, as well as you can see, the upper side I have shown with red color, which symbolizes oxygen rich blood, and the lower side I colored with blue to symbolize carbon dioxide rich blood. And children, William Harvey was the first person to describe the circulation of blood. William Harvey. And after that, you should know and you should remember how to keep your heart healthy. As I told you, you need to focus on two main aspects to keep your heart healthy. Healthy diet, which includes a balanced diet, a lot of fruits, vegetables, pulses, milk, less of salt, oil, sugar and junk food, and do physical work, regular exercise, yoga to keep your heart healthy. So I explained to you the structure of heart, process of blood circulation in 4 steps, and how to keep the heart healthy. So children, we recapitulated the whole chapter again. I advise you to read the chapter twice from the book. We completed our chapter number 1, the circulatory system. So read the chapter twice from the book. Do the book exercise I already have given you in our previous videos. So I hope you must have completed the book exercise. I will send the answers of book exercise. And I have given you written work last time as well. So just read the chapter from the book and start learning chapter number 1 from book as well as notebook. So you will just cross check the answers of your book exercise, and I will also send the written work of this chapter which you need to do in your science notebook neatly in very good handwriting. So this was the recap of chapter number 1, circulatory system. Keep on studying on regular basis. Stay fit and healthy. Have a good day.